everyone. Happy So What Day. I hope you're having a great Tuesday so far. Today is the big day where we are presenting our favorite leggings videocast over on our education platform at sewingonline.sulky.com. So today is finally the day. If you will be joining us at 2 p.m. Eastern Time for our favorite leggings videocast, give me a thumbs up, heart emoji, put it in the comments. Let us know if you're going to be joining us this afternoon. If you cannot join live, remember, just with all of our live events, once a live event ends, it is on demand. So even if you cannot join live, you will be able to watch the entire video cast from start to finish through our education portal. So if you can't join live, you'll be able to watch it again and again at your leisure whenever you have a free moment. Also, if you are joining live, it's a great feature because once you get your kit or once you're ready to start your leggings, you can queue up the video again, fast forward, pause, rewind, all of those good things while you're working your way through the project. So while the video cast is not meant as a pure sew along in the sense that we are sewing along with Meg Healy while she presents it. It's really meant to, immerse yourself in the pattern making process, get an overview of everything that you need, and then you can go create your leggings with all of that knowledge and the video as a resource. So again, let me know if you will be joining us at 2 p.m. Eastern Time today. Again, it's on our sewing education platform at sewingonline.sulky.com. If you haven't registered, you can head there and browse the education offerings, find the favorite leggings videocast, and go ahead and register right now. I also linked directly to the favorite leggings videocast registration in the description of today's post. So if you're not seeing it, be sure to hit that little see more button in the description, and the whole description will pop out giving you links for everything I'm going to be talking about today, including a link to register for this afternoon's videocast. So Mary says, I would love to register. So head on over to our education platform or click the link in the description of today's post, and you can go ahead and register. It's only $5.99 to register. And with your $5.99, you will get the 90-minute video cast. Quite honestly, we will probably go over a little bit because there is so much to cover, and Meg has really prepared a lot for you all today. We've been working on this video cast for a long time, so we're really excited to finally bring it to you live this afternoon. But with purchase of the video cast, not only do you get the great video, but you also get the favorite leggings pattern booklet absolutely for free. So the pattern booklet includes all of the drafting instructions that Meg is going to share with you today. So you will have a printable resource for when you go to copy your favorite leggings pattern and create one that fits your figure, that suits your style. In addition to that pattern booklet, Meg has included a few extras. Now, the extras have only been up since about last night. So if you haven't gone over to the event page, which once you register, you'll have access to that event page, not only will you find your pattern booklet PDF, but now you will also find Meg's modifications PDF, which is a couple of pages showing you how to do that really cool crossover waistband treatment. So if your leggings do not have that waistband treatment, maybe it's just an elastic waistband or a fold over waistband, and you want to stylize your leggings a little bit more, there is now a printable PDF resource that includes that, as well as, I believe, some different leg shapes for you. And she also included a leggings sort of, I forget what it's called, but it is kind of a, what do I want to call it? It's like a almost like a coloring page, but it's going to allow you to kind of look at some different styling options for your leggings and draw those out so that you can apply those style lines to your finished pattern. And you can create numerous leggings patterns once you have that sort of core pattern or base pattern created that fits your figure. Then you'll be able to create lots of different leggings options. You could have kind of a boot cut legging. You could do a cropped version with pockets. You could do 3 different waistband treatments, maybe even more. So there's lots and lots of resources available to you once you register for the video cast. And then once you join us at 2 p.m. or watch the video on demand, you'll have that great resource as well. So this is a pattern making method that you're going to learn that you can apply to lots of different garments as well. So lots of information today. I'm really excited for all of you to join us at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And there are still kits available. Here is our tie-dye leggings kit. This is the version that Meg created with machine embroidery, which she is also going to go over with you. So if you've ever tried to do machine embroidery on a super stretchy fabric, you know how challenging that is. And Meg really breaks it down to show you how easy it can be with the right stabilizer and thread choices and design options. So that's kind of a bonus inside of this video cast that you will also learn, and you can apply it to your leggings or, stretchy tank tops, athletic wear, things like that. So really good information. This is what the tie-dye version fabric looks like. It's kind of a pinkish, purplish, bluish, almost like cloud-like fabric. So that's a really neat option. And then we also have our galaxy print version. So when you are purchasing a kit for your leggings, you can choose from this tie-dye version on the left or the galaxy version on the right, or obviously you can grab up both versions if you love those fabrics. It's kind of a day fabric and a night fabric, right? You will also need to choose from the sewing machine or serger kit. That ensures you get the correct needles and amount of thread spools for the version you're going to make. And Meg is going to go through construction for both versions, first on a sewing machine and then on the serger. So if you don't have a serger, you can easily make this using the same method just for your sewing machine. So these are the sewing machine versions of the kit, and the kit is already on sale, so you can grab it up at a really great price. I think you will find that if you were to go purchase 2 yards of a very high quality spandex poly blend fabric like we are offering here in this kit, that the price of the fabric would be more than the price of the kit right now while it's on sale. So it's a really great deal to take advantage of. This is the serger version of the kit, and you can see with the serger version you get 4 spools of thread, and it is the Sulky Poly Deco thread, a 40 weight thread that's a polyester thread that is very strong and can also be decorative. Now, Meg top stitches all of the seams on the leggings, and not only does it give it a really sort of professional or designer look to top stitch all of the seams, but it makes them really comfortable to wear, because then all of your seams lie in the correct direction facing towards the back, and they will always stay nice and flat with that top stitching. So the Poly Deco really gives you a nice sheen, a great strength, and it's really great for these leggings. So the serger version, you will get 4 spools because we're going to do a 4-thread overlock stitch for most of the seams, and then also a pack of serger needles. When is the last time you changed the needles on your serger, let alone your sewing machine? So we wanted to make sure you started off with some nice, sharp, brand new needles. These are organ needles that are meant for sergers. So those are your 2 kit options. Make sure you grab them up before the kits sell out, because I'm pretty sure they will after today's video cast, and just grab up 2 kits if you want to make one out of each fabric. All right, we've got the links to sign up in the chat as well as in the description of today's post to make it easy for you to find. I want to make, Susan says, new gym is opening up, so I need some leggings for working out. So that's perfect timing. You know, leggings are great really any time of year, winter, spring, summer, and fall. You know, we can wear them under spring and summer dresses, wear them on their own. So they're just a really great universal garment. All right, Dawn went for the Galaxy version, so that's awesome. I really love that print. They're both just so pretty, and they're a really great weight of fabric. So a lot of leggings that you'll buy, especially cheaper ones, you know, once you bend over, you can kind of see everything. Am I right? So we wanted to make sure to give you this double brushed poly spandex fabric. It's from So English, and it's just that buttery knit that feels so great to wear. And I think you will all really enjoy it. So today, since we are doing our video cast and we're focusing a lot on using our serger for National Serger Month, again, if you have a sewing machine and not a serger, you will still be able to make the leggings and today's project. However, the project I'm bringing you today is really best for the serger because we want those raw edges of the headband project to be nice and, you know, concealed. But if all you have is a sewing machine, you could try doing a really short zigzag stitch, sort of like a satin stitch edging on your knit fabric and achieve sort of the same look. It's just going to take a little bit longer to construct than if you were running it through a serger. So the project I'm going to show you today is our free pattern, the Rosy Serger Headband, and it was designed by Katrina Walker. Katrina Walker did our serger sewing session that we presented to you all last September, I believe, at sewingonline.sulky.com. It's a completely on-demand sewing session. And with our sessions, they are a longer format sort of course to take. You get lots of on-demand videos, lots of handouts and printables. Katrina includes a serger buying guide, which if you're in the market for a new serger or if you've never purchased a serger before, you will learn lots of information about why you need one in your life, because they are fantastic. I have 2 above my head right here. I switch back and forth between the 2. I love using a serger, but at any rate, there's a serger buying guide. With purchase of this sewing session, you also get the Jelly Roll Home Decor pattern included with purchase of that serger session. So the serger session really focuses on basic construction stitches to know, basic decorative stitches to know, and then she also goes through these projects right here in the Jelly Roll Home Decor pattern. So you will learn how to construct this table runner, and you use the same method to construct a pillow. So you can kind of pick and choose which project you would like to create, or obviously create both of them. And she uses a flat lock stitch to create these projects. So here is that really cool sort of log cabin style table runner constructed entirely on the serger. And also here is what the pillow looks like. So if you take a look at that table runner, you can see that the middle of it is this pillow. So you basically take the corners, add some more fabric to it, fold it together, create kind of an envelope style closure, and then you get the look for that pillow. So you get kind of a 2-in-1 home decor pattern. And it's really cool construction method. You will learn a lot about using the flat lock stitch on your serger. So if the serger kind of intimidates you, or if you've never used a serger for anything other than finishing seams, I really suggest you grab up that serger sewing session over at sewingonline.sulky.com. You can expand your serger knowledge. You can be ready to create so many different things, and it will also help you with your leggings construction as well. For the serger sewing session, we also have this kit available, and it is also on sale right now, but I decided to offer it up as our little gift for So What today. So one lucky viewer who's watching right now, commenting, liking, sharing, giving me those great emojis, all of those kinds of things, you will be automatically eligible for this gift, and it's the Jelly Roll Home Decor Kit. So with that, you get an entire jelly roll of great Kona cotton solids. They are in reds, greens, and ivories. You can mix and match between those jelly roll strips to create your jelly roll pillow or jelly roll table runner. So if you want just reds and whites, if you want all the greens, if you want all reds, you can pretty much choose from your jelly roll that you receive with the kit to create, a holiday themed table runner with the red, greens, and whites, or like I said, all reds, all greens, all whites. So lots of options to mix and match to create your jelly roll home decor piece. It also comes with a pack of those great serger needles, as well as 3 spools of variegated sulky rayon thread. So the reason that it's a variegated thread that's really beautiful, that has lots of different colors in it, is because when you construct this project, either the table runner or pillow or both, and you use that flat lock option on your serger, you kind of pull apart your jelly roll strips a little bit so that your threads are showing on the right side of the project. So that variegated thread looks really beautiful along your table runner or pillow. So one lucky viewer is going to win this Jelly Roll Home Decor Kit. But again, it is on sale right now. Retail price is $63.93, I want to say, and it's on sale for about $45, $46, somewhere around there. So great deal to grab that up. If you are purchasing the Leggings Kit today, those are only $21 or $36, depending on whether you purchase the sewing machine or the serger version. So if you're looking to ramp that up to get your free shipping, grab a Jelly Roll Home Decor Kit, and you might just get there with the free shipping. And it's totally worth it to add that to your cart. All right, so again, if you're joining for Leggings videocast today, you might have a little bit of fabric left over, and I thought that our headband project that I'm going to go through today on So What, that's a great way to use up any leftover fabric you might have from your leggings project. Now, I do want to mention with those kits, you get 2 yards of that really great buttery knit fabric. And the fabric is wide because, it's that really great knit fabric. Typically, knit fabric ranges from 54 to 60 inches wide. So it's a good amount for a wide range of sizes. The kit that we are offering for the videocast today is enough to create about up to a size 22. Now, if you are above that size, I suggest grabbing up a solid that coordinates with your kit. So if you're doing the Galaxy, you can grab up a solid black jersey knit or spandex poly knit and use that for your waistband, for any pockets you want to add, and that will likely be enough for you. If you grab up the tie-dye kit and you need extra fabric because you are over that size, or you want to do a different kind of wider waistband treatment, something like that, grab up a gray fabric or a pink fabric, and then you'll have kind of a color blocked leggings version. So there are definitely options if you are above that size range, or if you want to have a little bit of extra fabric to play with or add some different style options to. This headband, however, if you have some strips left over beyond where you're cutting out your leg pieces, you can create a nice head wrap to kind of coordinate with your leggings. Now, the rose addition is completely optional as well. You can create one rose on your headband. You can create one larger rose. You can create a cluster of roses, or you can totally omit the roses, depending on the look that you're going for. But grab up this free pattern. It's at sulky.com, and you will have to go through the checkout process, but it will say $0. And the reason you go through the checkout process is so that your free pattern gets stored in your Sulky account at sulky.com. So if you ever misplace the pattern or forget where you saved it on your computer, which happens to me quite frequently, you'll be able to access it again at your Sulky account, and you can just simply download it again to your computer. Once you have that, you'll have all the instructions that you need, as well as a size chart for the headband. So the sizes included go from preemie all the way up to adult. So depending on the size you're making, the adult size, you need about 1/4 yard of nice lightweight jersey knit fabric. But for the newborn or preemie size, you only need about 10 inches by 4 inches of fabric. So you could create a really cute head wrap for a baby with a nice big rose on it. Be so, so cute. All right, so grab up the pattern. You'll get all the instructions that you need. And I'm just going to kind of go over the instructions for the headband so you can see just how easy it is, especially if you have a serger. Linda's asking, is it for a serger only? So if you only have a sewing machine and you want to create the headband, I mentioned previously you could probably do your rolled hems on your sewing machine and do maybe a satin stitch over the rolled hem. If you happen to have a rolled hem foot, you're going to save a lot of time by using that rolled hem foot and then setting your machine for a satin stitch to finish the edges. All right. So first and foremost, speaking of those satin stitched edges, we're going to set up the serger for a rolled hem. And this is a 3-thread rolled hem. So you only need 3 spools of thread in your serger, and you only need 1 needle. So you need the 1 needle and your 2 loopers for the 3-thread rolled hem. You're going to disengage the stitch finger and also adjust your tensions for a rolled hem. So you'll need a little bit of scrap fabric so you can make sure that your tension is adjusted properly for your rolled hem. How do I adjust the tension, you ask? Well, it's very important to actually consult your serger manual. I would love to be able to tell you all the correct settings for your particular brand, but there are so many sewing machine brands out there, so many different serger models, that I really suggest you consult your manual for a 3-thread rolled hem. It's going to tell you where to set your tension dials and how to set up your machine for that. You want to go with the shortest stitch length as well so that you have that nice edge where it's really just thread showing. All right, so first, depending on the size that you're creating, that's the rectangle you will cut from your jersey knit fabric. And you can see on this image I'm showing you, there are some nice crisp fold lines along the fabric. And those fold lines are guidelines for where to stitch all of your rolled hems. You're going to do a rolled hem on the outer edge, the raw edge of your rectangle, as well as a rolled hem along those fold lines. So you want to make sure to fold and press your rectangle so that your fold lines are even across the width of the rectangle. Now, if you want a wider headband or more of a head wrap, just cut your rectangle a little bit wider. All right, let's see. The differential feed setting on your serger needs to be also on its lowest setting. So this is going to stretch the fabric slightly while you're serging it so that you get a little bit of a lettuce hem effect. So it has that pretty kind of wave along the headband. So that's another setting that you need to be aware of. All right, so you're going to create your fold lines, and all of this is described in your pattern so that you know how to fold it properly, and just give it a little press along those fold lines. You don't need a super hot iron. You just want to set some creases so that you can follow those lines with your rolled hem. So you will stretch the fabric slightly while you are serging. So again, it has that kind of nice wavy edge effect. And you're going to do that along all four of your creases and edges of your fabric. And here you can see a few of those have been created, and then Katrina is showing to serge that final folded edge, and see how you have that nice, cool, wavy effect. It's a really neat sort of decorative treatment that you can do on your serger. It makes it really pretty along, actually, leggings. Have you ever seen those kid leggings that have rows of ruffles along the ankle? You can add those by doing strips on your serger and doing the same exact treatment and adding kind of a ruffled border, and that would be really cute on some kid pants or kid leggings. All right. And yes, thank you, Laura. She says, don't use a very hot iron on polyester jersey because it will melt the fabric. So you just need a little light touch of your iron to create those crease lines so that you have something to follow. All right. So let's see. I'm just constructing the pattern to make sure I'm at the right place here. And so after you hem and create the lettuce edge rolled hem along those edges, you're going to set your differential feed for the highest setting. This is going to gather the fabric a little bit, and you're going to increase the serger stitch length to its standard setting. Now you're going to fold the headband in half with wrong sides together so that you have your short ends aligned so you can create your headband sort of tube, right? And then you're going to serge those short ends together, and the seam is going to be showing on the right side of your headband. All right, so that is how you're going to create your tube and have it nice and tight around your head, but you will still be able to stretch it and get it over your head and place it where you need it to be. All right, so now we are going to do the fun part of preparing the rows. And again, if you don't want to add a rose to your headband, you're done now. That's how easy it is to create this cute little accessory. All right, so to create your rows, when you download your Rosy Serger headband pattern, you will get a template for cutting out your spiral fabric for your rows. And this is just to create one. If you want to create a larger one, you just need a little bit wider spiral. And you can also create a longer spiral just by continuing that pattern and drawing some more sort of rotations of your spiral, and then you can gather it more and have a fuller headband. So it's very customizable. So here is what your spiral kind of looks like. This is, if you follow the pattern directly, this is the spiral you will end up with. And so you do need a little bit more than just a strip of that jersey fabric or polyester knit, whatever fabric you are using, a nice lightweight knit with good recovery. So this is what your spiral will look like. And then you're going to gather and serge with that rolled hem treatment the edges of your spiral fabric. All right. So that's the inner edge and the outer edge of the rose. It's as simple as doing exactly what you did along those folded edges of your headband fabric. So here is that spiral with the rolled edge or rolled hem treatment along the edges. And now you're just going to start wrapping it around itself to create the rose. So as I mentioned, you can create smaller roses, you can do several, you can do a cluster of small roses on maybe a kid's headband. Anything you want, you can do with this rose. Here's just another image of it kind of flat on. So once you start gathering it around itself or wrapping it around yourself, you can just do a couple of hand stitches at the base of the rose to make sure that it's all nice and together. And then you simply hand sew it onto the headband wherever you want. Kathy says it looks so easy, and it really is so easy. And what a fun project to experiment with on your serger, to do rolled edge treatments, to mess with the settings and kind of figure out new and different decorative treatments to use your serger for. So a really great, quick and easy project that allows you to get to know your serger a little bit better. All right, so here is that finished headband looking so cute. And again, you can place your rose wherever you want. You can place it along that seam to kind of hide your short end seam if you want. And then it will just look like one continuous headband with that seam totally concealed. So a great idea for that. And I just wanted to show you all the inspiration photo that Katrina and I were kind of working from, because I stumbled upon this photo on Pinterest and I wish I knew the origination of the photo so I could give proper credit where credit is due. But it was not listed. It was one of those random Pinterest images that you come across. So again, this image is not mine. I do not have rights to this photo, but it's so cute. I had to share, and it's a great idea for creating a kid's version of this headband. So you can see this is more of like a head wrap, and you would just create a wider rectangle for your headband base, and then a little bit wider spiral. And oh my gosh, I just can't get over how precious this image is. So again, I do not have rights to this image. I found it randomly on Pinterest, but super cute. And you could easily take this pattern for that newborn or child size and embellish it, create larger rose. It would be so cute with a couple of little smaller roses on it. I just love that you can create this and completely make it your own. And then here is the headband, just so you can see that rose placement, and you can kind of curl the edges a little bit more and give it some depth and dimension. And here it is again, so you can see the beautiful lettuce edge treatment that you can get with that rolled hem. You can see that is all beautiful, sulky poly deco thread. So you get this wonderful sheen, great rich colors of the thread. And no, you don't have to use serger thread that is labeled serger thread. You can use a decorative polyester thread, a variegated rayon thread like we showed on the Jelly Roll Home Decor pattern. You can use 12-weight cotton thread. You can use our 12-weight filaine thread in the loopers of your serger and do really cool effects and nice textured, fuzzy cotton that's really great against your skin. You can use loads of different thread types and weights in your serger. Do not pigeonhole yourself into thinking you have to have serger thread that's labeled for a serger. I find a lot of the times those threads aren't very strong. You can take them and just tear them apart off of the spool. So, dive into your sulky threads and really have fun with using heavier weight threads in your loopers, a little bit lighter weight thread in your needles. You can even use metallic threads in your serger and create really nice rolled edge or rolled hem napkins very quickly and easily. It would be really cool to add some poly sparkle into the loopers and create some 4th of July themed napkins with a very easy, quick rolled hem treatment along the edges, and you're done. So, a way to really find some fun fabrics that have metallic accents in them and use those threads in the loopers. All right, so I'm going to go through our comments and make sure we don't have questions we need to answer. If you have questions about today's video cast, put them in the chat box right now. If you have questions about our serger sewing session, put those in the chat, or any questions about the project I just went over. I mean, in the time it took to go over that project, you probably could have made 2 of these headbands. That's how easy it is. And if you have your serger all set up for today's video cast, then go ahead and start making a headband to bide the time before our video cast begins at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. All right. Laura says, I have a white jersey knit with red polka dots. It would make such a great Valentine's headband with this pattern. Oh my gosh. Yes. So great. Pat says, I love your 12-weight blendables in my serger. And the great thing about that is the 12-weight blendables come in the same colors as the 30-weight blendables. So you can use 30 weight in the needles, 12 weight in the loopers. Everything matches and you get a nice, balanced, beautiful stitch. You can create decorative pin tucks for pillows using those blendables colors. And oh my gosh, it ends up looking so professional and so designer and really cool. Laura is asking, what is the 2 p.m. video cast? All right, you must have missed the beginning of the show, so I will go over it. Our favorite leggings video cast is happening at 2 p.m. Eastern Time over on our education platform, which is sewingonline.sulky.com. So at 2 p.m., we will be going live with Meg Healy. If you are not familiar with Meg, she was with Berta Style for a long, long time, still does videos for Berta Style. And if you've ever tried a Berta Style pattern, you know how difficult they can be. You have to add seam allowances. You have to tape these patterns together. A lot of the times they leave it up to you to draft certain portions of the patterns as well. So they are, in my opinion, a very advanced pattern to make. And Meg has really mastered the art of those patterns to make sure that everyone can use and understand them. She has done a lot of videos. She is featured on Sew Daily. Her Instagram is Meg Says Sew, S-E-W. She is a wonderful instructor, and I think you will learn a lot from her. She really specializes in garment construction. So we have the best of the best joining us today at 2 p.m. live. She will be there to answer all of your questions. We will do 2 Q&As during the video cast so you can talk directly to her and she will answer your questions. We also have 4 fantastic door prizes during the event. The grand prize is worth your admission fee alone, just to have the chance to win the grand prize on the video cast today. All right. So 2 p.m. Eastern Time, favorite leggings kits are available in the sewing machine version or the serger version. So be sure to not only choose the colorway you want for your kit, but also the version of your kit that you want to create. This way you'll get the right pack of needles and the right amount of thread spools that you will need to construct your leggings. All right. Let's see. Oh, Laura says, what are the door prizes? Well, unfortunately, I cannot share that with you because we like to keep it a surprise. We like to surprise you while you are there. But let me just tell you, if you like sulky thread and stabilizers, you're going to love the door prizes. So hopefully if you are here joining me today, you love sulky products. And we have some really big ticket items for the door prizes today. All right. Sharon says the headband is very cute. And I would love to see your versions of the headband because I really think there are so many opportunities to personalize this project today. So if you do end up making your headband, please upload photos onto our Sulky Facebook page. This is we have a special Sulky group. It's a private group. You can just ask to join it. It's called Sulky Stitch and Post, kind of like stick and stitch, stitch and post. And you can join that group, and it's a really great group where we post pictures of our projects, post pictures of our projects that are in progress. We post questions to each other. It's a really great community site. We're on there all the time talking back and forth, so it's a great resource and a great community to join if you are on Facebook. All right. Diane says, timing couldn't have been better about this project because she can work on this with her granddaughter. So yeah, it's a really great weekend project if you happen to have the kids in town. And it's such a quick sew. Also, I don't know about your grandkids, but my kids love the serger. They are totally fascinated with how fast it can go. And I worked on a pajama pant pattern with my son, and it was using some really great So English, actually the brushed poly spandex fabric, and he absolutely loved running it through the serger. He just thought it was the coolest machine out there. So it's a great way to expose your kids to sewing on a, quick and easy project level, something that they can really have instant gratification with. I think that's really important when you are introducing sewing to whether it's a kid or adult. They want to make something and finish it and be proud of it. And that gets them coming back for more. So this is a really great, quick and easy project that hopefully will spark a new, sewist. So great idea. Would love to see it. All right, what was that? Facebook. Okay, if you want to join our Facebook group, it is called Sulky Stitch and Post. And you can just search for it in Facebook. There's a little search toolbar. You can type in Sulky Stitch and Post, and you'll see it, and just click Ask to Join. And then we will let you in, and you can start conversing with fellow sewists who happen to love Sulky and Sulky products. All right. Mary Lou says, I might make granddaughter one and mommy matching headbands. I absolutely love it. Really great. All right. Leslie says, my 10-year granddaughters would like the headband as well. So that's perfect. All right. So again, give me those thumbs up if you're going to be joining at 2 p.m. today. I want to recognize your names. We can do some shout outs when we head on over to the Sulky education platform. Oh, Bernie says, are the instructions on your blog? Okay, great question. Actually, this is our brand new free project for the month, the Rosie Serger headband. So you will actually find this free pattern at sulky.com. You will add this to your cart, even though it is free and at $0. Go through the checkout process, and then your free pattern will be on your sulky.com account. And you can download the whole pattern there and get all the instructions for making the headband, including that size chart, which I think is the most important part, so that you can create one for a baby, newborn, child, toddler, teenager, through adult size. And if you happen to have a really large head, I have a really large head and it's hard for me to find hats that fit. If you have a really large head like me, you may want to just go ahead and measure where you want your headband to go and use that as your size guideline. Or You can always do a test headband. Make sure there's enough stretch to it because, even if you have a larger head, that's adult size might be okay for you depending on the amount of stretch of your fabric. You want a really nice stretchy fabric with good recovery so that it doesn't kind of wear out or overstretch, if you will, and then not bounce back to itself. All right. Oh, Laura says I have the leggings kit, but I forgot the video cast is today. All right, perfect. So be sure to join us at 2 p.m. And again, if you can't join live, it's really important to still register because you will be able to watch the video cast in its entirety anytime after the live event ends. There's a little bit of delay when it converts to an on-demand video, but you'll be able to watch it tonight or this weekend or whenever you have time to do your leggings, and you can watch it again and again and again. If you are going through your leggings and you have a question or you need to review the information, you can always go back and rewind, pause, all of those good things right on the event page once the live event is over. So go ahead and register because you will get that pattern drafting booklet absolutely for free. It's a $9.99 value. It gives you instructions for drafting your leggings as well as constructing them on a serger or sewing machine. So it's a really, really valuable PDF pattern that you'll want to save to your computer and access it at any time. You can also grab it from the event page if, again, you forget where you saved it, down the road and you want to access it again. You will have that in your personal library at sewingonline.sulky.com. So that is another benefit of registering is it kind of stores those things for you so you can access them later at any time. Along with that pattern booklet, you will also get the style PDF so you can kind of mix and match and stylize different leggings patterns. So once you have your base pattern created, you can do color blocking or add pockets or draw different waistband treatments and then transfer those style lines to a new pattern based on that base pattern fit. Meg has also included a free PDF called Meg's Modifications. And this is a PDF handout that allows you to create different modifications such as her fold over or crossover waistband, which you can see a little bit in this picture. I will make it go larger for you. Do you see her waistband treatment? A lot of people have been talking about this because they want that waistband on their leggings, but the leggings that they're copying don't have this treatment. Well, she shows you just how easy it is to add that type of waistband to your leggings. So even if you're copying a legging pattern where it fits you great, but you don't like the waistband, or it fits you great, but you wish the legs were different, or it fits you great, but you really want pockets, start with that pattern that fits you great. And then we are going to show you how to make your favorite leggings that include all of those elements. Okay, so, so much information to share with you this afternoon. Clear your calendar because you all are going to love it. I just know it. All right. Amy says, I could make the headband part a bit wider, leave the flower off, all kinds of different ways of personalizing that precisely. All right. Leslie says, I can't wait for the afternoon session. Love it. And I'm going to love the door prizes. Good luck to everyone. Yes, I hope you are all winners somehow. And who doesn't need more stabilizer and thread, says Tanya. No matter how much you have, you always want more. Exactly. All right. Sue says, I love the Stitch and Post group because it's private. And I recognize your name, Sue. I've seen you in there posting, so that is fun. All right. Just making sure I'm catching up. If you do have questions about today's video cast, like I said, or that serger sewing session, please put them in the chat and we'll address them. All right. Sandy says that's a great group to be a part of. Fantastic. Marcia will be there. All right, very good. Oh, great idea. Diane says, my son wears a headband over his cochlear implant, so I can't wait to make it. That is so great. Also, if you know anyone in healthcare or anyone who is, still out there wearing masks and staying safe for COVID precautions, making this headband and adding some buttons to it, you can attach your face mask to the buttons that you hand sew onto the headband, and then that frees up your ears so you don't get, sometimes if you're wearing a mask for long periods of time, it can kind of put some stress or strain on the back of your ears. So on your rosy headband, you could hand sew a couple of buttons and then put your mask around those buttons instead of your ears. So that's another way of making this headband your own and making it really functional for different purposes. All right. Colleen says, I'm new to the serger, but I love learning. Yeah, I always say sewing is a lot like playing an instrument. You can call yourself really advanced, but we never really master it. There is always something else to learn. And I always remember this article, I think it was in Rolling Stone magazine with Eric Clapton, one of the best guitarists ever. And he always, they called him a master, or they called him, the best of the best. And he said, no, I will not accept that title because there is always something to learn. I have never mastered this instrument, and that's what keeps me going back for more. And that is exactly how I feel about the sewing machine, about the serger, about sewing techniques. There's always something else to learn and expand our creativity, and these hacks or these techniques or someone's new take on a time-honored technique that just kind of changes your life or makes things easier, faster, more fun. So that's really what I love about sewing, and what keeps me coming back for more is there is always something new to learn. And I hope you will all join this afternoon at 2:00 and learn something new, and make sure that you join that Facebook group so that we can chat with each other and talk about something that we learned this afternoon. All right. Jackie says, I love to be able to replay the instructions. Very useful. Perfect. Okay. Love both the fold and crossover waistbands. And that's the cool thing too. If Meg's going to go over a few waistband treatments, like I said, so that if you don't like the waistband treatment that you're copying, or you want to make a second pair of leggings and you want to put a different waistband on it, so they're not, cookie cutter copies of each other. That's the cool thing about today is you're going to learn those methods of how to just create that base pattern and make it a million different ways and have lots of different looks. All right. Udo will be there too. Fantastic. Can't wait to see ya. All right. People that can take something and update it are amazing. Yeah. And I hope you feel that way about your own self as well. Once you take your base leggings pattern and you start cutting it and creating new things out of it and adding pockets and color blocking it, you're going to feel so accomplished. You're going to feel like a fashion designer. And the cool thing about leggings is it's really only a few seams that you have to sew. So once you get your design all figured out, you have your inseam to sew, your outer seams, your waistband seam, your hem treatment, and you're done. And if you are creating these on a serger, you can whip out so many of these so quickly. All right. Mary just signed up. So excited. Donna just signed up. All right. Perfect. So now that you're signed up, be sure to go over and browse those kit offerings so that you are sure to get the colorway and the type of kit that you want before they sell out this afternoon. I'm pretty positive, sulky kits are at limited quantities, And we want to make sure that you get the colorway and the type that you want. Okay, Catherine says, I don't own any leggings, so where would I start for this class? That's a great question and something that people have been asking. So I suggest you go out and maybe Target, Walmart, whatever store is in close proximity to you, find a pair of leggings that fits you. Now, like I said, if you don't like the waistband or you don't like the hem treatment, but they fit your body and your figure, grab those up and we're going to learn how to copy them this afternoon. So that's where I would start. Or if you have something like thermal long underwear, you may be able to copy those for your leggings pattern. Just know if you're copying some leggings or some pants, let's say, that are not the exact same fabric, or I shouldn't say exact same, but don't have as much stretch as the fabric that you're going to be using to construct your finished pair, you may have some fit issues, or you may want to take your side seams or inseams in a little bit. But once you create that pattern, you can kind of pin fit it and you can make a test pair and see how they fit and kind of, alter it or modify it from there. So that's kind of what I would suggest if you don't have a pair of leggings already. If you're able to grab one up that's relatively inexpensive, then you can create the designer pairs, using really beautiful fabrics and really refining that pattern and making, the uber expensive looking leggings out of that sort of cheaper or more affordable pair. So that's kind of where I would suggest starting. All right. Are you out of the extra 1 yard fabrics for the kits? We are. We had very limited stock of those. So if you do want extra fabric for a wider waistband treatment or for a larger size range above about a size 22, I suggest getting maybe just a solid color 4-way stretch fabric and pairing that with your really nice brushed poly spandex knit. And you could use the solid fabric for some color blocking on the legs or for your waistband treatment or your outer sort of patch pockets. And that would look really cool on your leggings and you wouldn't sacrifice anything as far as the look of those. Meg has a really cool version where she kind of cuts along the knee of the leggings pattern and then creates new pattern pieces for those and has some kind of insets. So you could also think about doing that. If you do need extra fabric for your versions, you could put some insets or some color blocking into your tie-dye or your galaxy fabrics. So that's an option. All right, Diane has also signed up. Very nice. Leslie says, could you use yoga pants? I would venture to say yes. It really depends on the fabric of your yoga pants. But yoga pants are so close to leggings, if not interchangeable. So I would start with that. So Leslie says, I just signed up. Is it too late to be eligible for the drawing? So no, it's not. As long as you are registered for the leggings video cast, you are eligible for the door prizes. When we do a video cast that you pay for, you don't even have to be present to win. Now, when we do our free webcasts, you do have to be present to win those door prizes. But for a video cast, we know that you have put some money behind this. You're $5.99 to attend, $5.99. So everyone is eligible for those door prizes that attends. So Sharon, hey. Hey, girl. Good to see you. All right. Linda says, I use interfacing to trace patterns. The durability allows for more adjusting. That's a great idea. I also love interfacing for pattern tracing. You can make a lot of different patterns using the interfacing and keep them for future reference. And, you might want to be tracing off your base pattern a few different times, right? For different waistbands, or if you do the color blocking or the insets. So interfacing, buy it by the bolt, use it to trace off that base pattern. For your base pattern, you might want something more substantial, like butcher paper, or, you know, they also have like pattern paper that is meant for that. You know, I like to use, so at IKEA, they have these rolls of paper that are used for like kid crafts. They're in the kids section at IKEA if you happen to have an IKEA close by. And they come in big fat rolls. And I used to get them for my kids. I still do actually. And I just roll them onto the dining room table, and then they can do their crafts on there, and it's kind of like a protective surface. Or they can also just draw on it. And it's kind of like, you know, a tannish color. It's pretty substantial. And I discovered that that is really great for creating patterns and having them last. You can create each one of your legs down, you know, a length of that paper, and it would be really great. All right. Betsy says you can also try on base patterns made of interfacing. Yes, because they're so flexible, right? You can pin fit them around your legs, make sure that, you know, your seams are in the right spot. For your seams for these leggings, you want them really close to your body because of that stretch fabric, and you want them a relatively tight fit. All right. Butcher paper works well. Yes, perfect. Oh, Leslie. Leslie says, I use doctor table paper. If I ask nicely, the doctor will even give me a roll for free. Wow, I never thought about that. But you know what? That's what Meg uses, and that's what she's going to be showing today. And she buys it on Amazon. She just gets the paper that you would sit on at the doctor's office, and she really loves using that for her different trace-offs or different versions of the base pattern. So great idea. I'm glad you brought that up, Leslie, because that's exactly what Meg is going to use this afternoon. All right. Jackie says, I use the paper that some companies use for filler in my purchased item boxes. So that's great too. What size is the pattern? Which pattern are you referring to? Are you talking about the leggings pattern? If you're talking about the leggings pattern, you will actually be creating that pattern to fit your body and style. So we are going to be copying your favorite leggings and creating a pattern based on that fit. So whatever size you want the pattern to be is the size it's going to be. That's the great thing about this video cast is you're going to be learning this pattern drafting method to copy a favorite pair. So if you have a favorite top, you can apply the techniques you're going to learn this afternoon to copy the fit of that top and then personalize it to make loads of different tops that already fit. Dawn says, I use wrapping paper. I don't want any more. That's a great pattern drafting medium as well. Great idea. And sometimes you can get really long, wide wrapping paper rolls too. So that's really great. And easy to tape together sheets too. Oh, and some wrapping papers have the grid on the back side, and that is so helpful when you are drafting patterns. You can use that grid to line up, you know, your crotch curve and things like that. So that's a great idea. All right, Sharon says, I'm signed up. Think my sister is too. She is. I noticed her name. She's already signed up. So I'll see you girls this afternoon. All right. Well, without further ado, I'm going to let you all go because we are within 1 hour of starting our video cast, and I need to prep some last minute things, make sure everything is buttoned up for you over at sewingonline.sulky.com. So if you are signed up, you can go ahead and head to the event page, grab up your pattern drafting booklet, grab up the other 2 freebies, and we are going to start on time at 2 p.m. Eastern and go live with Meg Healy. So thank you all for joining me today. Be sure to join next week because we are going to continue on with National Serger Month, and I have some more serger tips and tricks for you next week and another great project or 2 to share with you as well. So, Deb, yep, she is signed up. I told you. All right. Thank you, Dawn, and thank you all for joining. I'll see you next week on another So What, and I'll see you in about an hour over on sewingonline.sulky.com with Meg Healy, and have a great rest of your afternoon, and I'm looking forward to it as well, Laura. So take care, everyone. I'll see you next week on another So What.